Hello and welcome back or welcome to my channel and to another bullet journal video. This bullet journal video is going to be my January 2024 setup, so let's get into it. So the theme for this month is going to be watermelon, so I thought what better way to show watermelon than to use watercolors in this bullet journal. In my yearly setup, I noted that this bullet journal's paper is on the thinner side, so I decided to use just regular watercolors rather than markers, just so that I can control how much water actually goes into paper. So yeah, for the front cover, I'm just doing a simple one with January in the middle, but as the background, I did a red gradient wash upwards and a green gradient wash downwards to look like a watermelon. I didn't add in any seeds just because I felt like that would be a bit too much. If you're wondering what supplies I am using here, for the red, I am using the Cadmium Red Deep by Winsor & Newton, and for the green on the front cover, I am using the Sap Green, also by Winsor & Newton. For the writing in all my bullet journal setups, I use the Unipin fine liners in black and varying sizes. For this more vibrant green, I am using Green Light by White Knight. So the next spread after the cover page is the mini month and trackers page. I'm using watercolors here because I felt like it would be a bit different and a bit more unique rather than using fine liners that I normally use. So I'm just using the red and green theme, and I also felt like this kept with the water or watermelon theme. I am reconsidering doing the mini month every single month because I have the year at a glance, and oftentimes I find myself that I don't use this spread at all. Because any events or assignment due dates and stuff just goes straight into my weekly spreads. In the future, I might change it so then the trackers get their own page, but then I don't have the mini month at all. And just around the mini month, I just drew some watermelons or mini watermelons and wrote January in the bottom right. So after the month at a glance is the weekly spreads. Like the month at a glance, I wanted to use watercolors to make it a bit more unique. So I made watermelon stripes to give each day their own space to write down what I need to do and all that. I actually didn't plan out these very well, so I ended up having to add in an extra stripe to the top right for the Thursdays. And since the weekly spreads have 8 sections, the top left section was used for like a mini month reference, just so then I can see like, oh hey, I'm in this week and how many weeks are left in the month. This weekly spread is very simple, and honestly, like I've always done this sort of weekly spread, but I do want to explore more elaborate weekly spreads. So I'm looking into like different positionings and what would probably maximize the amount of space I have. And if you've seen my yearly bullet journal setup for 2024, you'll know that this year I plan on having a little snippet of each month's themes on the cover page, and so this is me just filling in the little Polaroid spot I have for January. And I'm not gonna lie, I did forget to do this, so I did this very last minute. And here's just a flip through of all the spreads I did today. Honestly, I'm quite happy with how this turned out, especially like all the colors and all that. The only thing is that I found that because some of the watercolor got to the edges of the paper, pages stuck together. And the other thing is that the pages that I use watercolor on are now a bit crumpled or crinkled, so I will have to try and flatten them out, or just see if they flatten out on their own. So yeah. So the second thing I am making for this setup is a monthly background. This will be according to the theme of that month. So January is watermelon theme, so I'm drawing a bunch of watermelons for the background, and then I'm also doing a collage and a mini month view. For these monthly backgrounds, I will be doing them digitally and with my drawing tablet, and this program that I'm using here is called Krita, Krita. It's a really good program and I really like it. I'm just not too used to writing like actual words on my drawing tablet just yet, so I do need to figure out like sensitivity and all that still. So once I drew like the mini watermelons for the background, I'll be copying and pasting these around later on at the end. I was writing out January and I had quite a fair bit of trouble, so this is the cut down version and the end result. And basically for the collage, I just grabbed a bunch of watermelon pictures and I just sort of like looked at what pictures would look best without their background and just erased it. But also for these collages, I kind of want to be having K-pop references, so that's why I have Jin and V from BTS. So because I'm not used to writing on my drawing tablet just yet, I had a lot of trouble writing down the like days and the numbers for the mini month that I'm having here. So once they were written out neatly, I essentially had to just reposition all of them. And so that took me a little bit of time actually. So at the end, once everything was mostly in place, I scaled down the month size and January so then it'd be a nice size to look at, and then I added a pink, like a pastel pink rectangle behind it just so then it stands out. The actual background color is not actually white, it's a very light green, close to white. But it's just a bit easier on the eyes than just bright white. And as you can see here, I'm doing the copying and pasting of all the watermelons I drew earlier. So here's the final look of the background. I think one thing I'm going to try and change for the other monthly backgrounds is that I'm going to try and make them a bit darker, just because my eyes do get a bit sore, so it'd be nice if I got a dark background rather than a really bright one. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video and were inspired to use different materials depending on your bullet journal. Click on the left for the last video, click on the right for whatever YouTube recommends to you, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!